Okay, so can you just introduce yourself and your experience?
Yes, I'm Umscheid. I have the Colon Health Center, and I've been in this office for 6 years. And I got trained up at Virginia Beach in colon hydrotherapy at the Casey Riley School of Massage. And I've been practicing here ever since then, since 2003. And colonic is really introducing warm filtered water into the whole length of the large intestine. And how we do that is with a machine that regulates the pressure of the water and the temperature of the water. And the water is introduced into your body with a speculum. And the speculum goes inside your body about 3 inches. And I use lubricant on the speculum. And the water goes in, and then when you're ready to release, you feel full, then the release comes out through this larger tube that's in this kit. And I open this kit. It's used just for you, and it's disposable. And the colonic lasts about 45 minutes, but a first visit with me lasts about an hour and a half because we need to have some time to talk and there's paperwork. And then at the end of the colonic, you'll need some time in the bathroom. And I have a new bathroom it's been here for 6 years. But this is just for you as the client. And that's where you would spend some time at the end of the colonic. So do you have other questions?
Yeah, I do. Why do people? Why do people usually seek a colonic?
If they're feeling full, sluggish, constipated even, everybody has their own definition of constipation. And so that might mean once a day for some person, but it might mean once a week for somebody else. But a lot of clients that I see come here for what I call regular maintenance. And they come once every 2 weeks or once a month or once every season change. Edgar Casey talked about coming for colonics at the change of season. And so I do have regular clients who do that. I also see some clients for medical reasons, and those clients I see weekly because they don't have bowel movements on their own.
And what are the benefits of having one?
A colonic is cleaning out the large intestine, and the first time you have a colonic, we may just fully hydrate and clean out the large intestine of all the matter that you may have had for a bowel movement today and tomorrow. But the real benefit is beyond that. You stay hydrated, and your body releases toxins and fecal matter much more quickly once it's fully hydrated. And of course, at the end of the colonic, I send the person home with some guidelines, and one of those is to stay fully hydrated, to drink lots of water. And I think a lot of people that I see when they're constipated, it's mainly from the lack of water. And people don't realize how much water they should really drink every day to stay hydrated.
And when you first talk to a client, what do you usually talk about? Do you talk about their diet, maybe?
Yes. Talk about their diet, about their exercise. I do ask them about how much water they drink and their food combinations as well. And there's a lot of give and take. They ask me questions and I make suggestions. But I'm not a dietitian, so I just give kind of seat of the pants suggestions, but things that I've known for many, many years. Eating a good diet and having lots of fiber and drinking water.
And what's usually typically the age range of clients that you see?
I have seen, mostly it's women that I see. 80% of my clients are women, and I would say mostly in the age ranges of the mid-20s to 70s. But I have seen young clients as young as 10, and I've seen elderly as old as 87.
And somebody might ask, well, why not use an enema or laxative? And what would be your response?
Laxatives can be very habit forming and even injurious to your large intestine because your large intestine forgets how to do the process that it's supposed to do, which is called peristalsis. Enemas, I totally am in favor of enemas when they're needed, but Edgar Casey talked about enemas being, talked about colonics being equal to 4 to 6 enemas. And so unless you're willing to really continue giving yourself water and releasing and giving yourself more water and releasing, an enema is, one single enema is only cleansing just a very small portion of your colon. So colonic goes the whole length of the colon.
And what vitamins and food are best for colon health?
I get into that individually with people, but I really don't know a whole lot about vitamins other than the fact that I take, a whole handful of vitamins myself. But I do suggest sometimes, for people to have flaxseed meal and to get whole foods as their major source of raw material in their body, raw or steamed. But basically, and I may mention digestive enzymes and I may mention probiotics to people, but I tend to think that there's just, a lot of a lot of individuality to that, So I just talk to every person about what their needs are.
And then finally, how would a person know if they need colon hydrotherapy? Is that something they figure out on themselves, for themselves, or something they talk to their doctor about?
They usually figure it out for themselves, and it's usually after having gone to doctors and not getting results. Pain medications and a lot of other prescription drugs and use of antibiotics can really stop things working correctly in the colon. And so a doctor usually isn't the one who's going to tell them to go get a colonic. They usually make up that decision themselves, and it's usually because they're feeling bloated or gassy or as if they've just not had enough bowel movement for the food that they ate.
Okay, well, that's all the questions I have. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Well, there's just lots of benefits to colon hydrotherapy, and I hope that people will visit my website, yourhealthycolon.com, and there's lots of free information out there that I offer, and I just tell everybody, Edgar Casey talked about everyone should get a colon cleansing occasionally. We all need to have our internal cleansing.
Okay.
So, thank you.